Hey there, Erin here. So just recently I published a soups and casseroles in mason jars series, and I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on like vegetables. And so one thing that I noticed when I was making my soups in a jar is that it can get kind of expensive buying the dehydrated vegetables all the time. And I also did grow a garden this year, but I didn't have a lot of produce from my garden. And so part of this video is talking about dehydrating your own vegetables. The other part might be if you're like me and you have a fridge full of fresh vegetables that you maybe picked up at the store, but they're starting to go bad because you just haven't cooked anything with them. So I want to talk a little bit first about dehydrated vegetables. And so this, if you don't have the time to dehydrate and cut up and prepare this food, this method is awesome. And I really like Harmony House. So far, I've tried a couple different brands of dehydrated vegetables. They have the biggest variety that I've seen, which really helped with my, ebook. But then as far as prepping, fresh vegetables to dehydrate, I actually included this in my email series, and it's kind of interesting, the different methods like blanching and washing and preparing, but also how much you lose in terms of volume when it comes to dehydrating the vegetables. And so of course, cooking with fresh is always the best. Like it tastes amazing when you can cook with fresh. So I'm just going to go through, and I have some onions that need to get used up. I have some celery that needs to get used up. I have some carrots that are starting to get a little questionable. So I've washed everything up. I'm going to slice it up, stick it in my dehydrator, and then show you kind of what's left. If you've never dehydrated before, it's amazing how much this is reduced once all the water is gone. But the nice part about it is that now you have your own dehydrated vegetables that you can throw in soups and stews whenever you need it, and you don't always have to be running to the grocery store to pick up more. So isn't it crazy how much these carrots have dehydrated, how much the celery has dehydrated, and even the onions? So as you can see, when you go to dehydrate fresh vegetables, you're gonna lose a lot of mass of the vegetable. So again, when you're comparing, is it cheaper to buy the products already dehydrated or to buy them fresh and then dehydrate themselves? And I guess that's really going to come down to, again, do you have the time to dehydrate it? If you can find a really good deal on vegetables, I definitely would do it, just because it is nice to have these in a mason jar in your cupboard. You could vacuum seal them. So just watch for deals if you're one that wants to go ahead and dehydrate. And then even like the onion, you can totally grind that up and make your own onion powder. So that's the other really cool feature to dehydrating, say your own garlic and onion. If you're going through a lot of those spices, you can actually dehydrate it and then grind it up and use that. Or even, chop this up in your food processor, and then you can even have minced onion. So just a few tips as far as trying to save money doing dehydrating on your own, or even just saving time and money and just buying it already done in bulk. So I hope you enjoyed the video.